Greetings guys, welcome back to another video. Today, I want to talk about Jurassic World Battle at Big Rock. So let's get started. For those of you who don't know what this was a short film released very recently, and it takes place 1 year after the events of Fallen Kingdom. Overall, I think it was pretty fine. It has pros and cons. Not too bad, but not amazing. It was also able to bring the same excitement from the films. I think the biggest problem with this film is that it's short. Really short. What I mean by that is that there's just not enough room for each of the elements. And yes, I understand it's meant to be short, but just a little bit more time would have made it a lot better. Besides that, the only real problem I had was the acting. There were some really cliche moments, like when the little girl shot a fully grown Allosaurus with a crossbow. I also didn't like how the family just stood around to watch two dangerous dinosaurs fight right outside their caravan. I mean, surely they should know better. Luckily though, the characters weren't a complete disaster. Don't get me wrong, they're not the best in the series or anything, but they're not like the Kirbys. There were a couple of other things that annoy me, but I'll save that for later. I love almost everything else about this short film. The visual effects, the plot, the cinematography, they're all amazing. It was great to see a battle right next to a campfire, and it was also great to see Unisutoceratops on the big screen for the first time. However, the battle itself wasn't very long, and I was hoping they would have saved it till the end. You'd think that for a film called Battle at Big Rock, there'd be a much bigger focus on it, but there wasn't, and that's something that disappointed me. I did however like the presence of a baby Unisutoceratops, along with the mother. I even liked how the Allosaurus picked it up with its mouth, which is something I don't think we've ever seen before. Speaking of which, the Allosaurus is my favourite part of this film. Unlike the mildly disappointing dinosaur we got in Fallen Kingdom, this is what an Allosaurus should look like. For some reason, it reminds me of the Indoraptor, and it helps that it's a lot bigger than the one in the previous film. I really do love how it's attracted to the sound of a baby crying, in a truly horrifying way. In fact, my favourite shot of the whole film would have to be the following, in which the Allosaurus can be seen right behind the crying baby. What follows is a really great attack scene, in which we get a feel for how big the dinosaur is. I also like how the parents use various weapons to defend themselves, including a metal bar and a fire extinguisher. This film has really raised my opinion of the Allosaurus, and I can't wait to see it in Jurassic World 3. I think this setting is also really good, and it's really appropriate for the situation. I also want to point out the radio that can be heard towards the beginning of the film. While the title card is up, you can hear several reports on the radio, each talking about a different encounter with dinosaurs. I thought this was a really nice touch, and it helps bring the concept to life, and I'm sure we all spotted that Lost World reference when the caravan tipped over. The Unisutoceratops also really surprised me, and the visual effects used for both these dinosaurs are amazing. In fact, it's the third Ceratopsid in the film series so far, and I'm really glad we've got a new dinosaur in live action. There were a couple of funny moments, but I think it succeeds in the horror aspect of the film. Once again, the cinematography in this film is amazing, some of the best in the series in fact. I think this film also succeeds in that it takes us away from what we're used to. Unfamiliar characters, dinosaurs, and locations, and I think that's a good thing. However, I am a little disappointed that we didn't get one returning character. While yes, it is a good thing that a lot of this stuff is new, I think it's important to have returning characters, because it really helps strengthen the bond between each movie. My only other problem is that the characters were just a little too generic. I mean, they're a family going on a camping trip. How creative can you get? The little clips used towards the end were nice, but they were a little unrealistic, and the effects for the dinosaurs weren't that good, especially that Mosasaurus scene. However, I am grateful that we got to see more of the next film, and I applaud them for that. This film has gotten me excited for Jurassic World 3 more than ever. It's almost like a little preview, and it's something that I really want to see in the future film. Besides that, I really don't have much to say about this film. There are a couple of flaws that I wouldn't expect to see in a full-length feature film, but that really doesn't ruin it. Overall, I think it's a pretty great film, and I've had a lot of fun with it. If you haven't already seen this, make sure to go check it out. It's expanded on the Jurassic Park canon, and it's really unique in its own way. For just 5 days of filming, I think Colin Trevorrow's done an exceptional job on this. It's great to see a full-grown Allo, a Unisutoceratops, new characters, and just how the series has evolved since Fallen Kingdom. Jurassic World Battle at Big Rock brings a lot to the table, and I can't wait for Jurassic World 3. Now, I want to know all your thoughts on this short film. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or were you sort of in the middle? Let me know down in the comments. Now before I leave, I just want to thank all of you for taking the time to watch this video. I'm extremely thankful for that, and I hope you check out more of my channel in the future. Thanks guys. Cheers.